Hello everyone, welcome to shiwam'sclasses. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss exercise number 10.1, which is from the chapter Circles of 10th standard. So there are only 4 questions here, and then the questions are also very straightforward. So let's start looking at the questions and see how it goes. So the very first question is asking as in, how many tangents can a circle have? And as you know that the circle can have infinitely many tangents, and why is that? Because if you draw a circle like this, you can have a tangent over here. If you want to have a tangent over here, you can have a tangent over here, and so on and so forth. As in, like, there can be infinitely many tangents which you can draw from any point. And as there are on circle, there are infinitely many points, so there can be infinitely many tangents as well. So the answer of this question will be infinitely many. Okay, in the next question, it's a fill in the blanks kind of question, and in which the first question is asking, a tangent to a circle intersects it in how many points? So as you can see, the tangent to a circle can intersect it at only one point. Okay, so that is what is the definition of a tangent, that if it is intersecting, if a line is intersecting the circle at one point, then only it will be called a tangent to the circle. Okay, so if it is not, then of course that's the next question. A line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called a secant. So this is what is your secant. So a line segment which will be basically cutting the circle at 2 points will be called a secant. So if you have a line segment which will be going like this, then this is the line, sorry, not line segment, but the line will be called a secant. If you're talking about the line segment, that will be called a chord. Okay, that is something which you will learn later. Now the third question, a circle can have how many parallel tangents at the most? Like, that's what is the question, how many parallel tangents? And that is also something which is explained in the textbook itself. So if you have got a circle like this, and if you draw a tangent, basically there is one tangent over here. And then if you want to draw another tangent, I mean, it can only come over here, and which will be more like a parallel to this line itself. So any other line which will be drawing parallel to this will be cutting the circle in 2 points, and that will actually be a secant. So if you have another line which is going like this, then it is not a tangent. Though it is parallel to this line, but it is not a tangent, it is a secant, right? So a circle can have 2 parallel tangents at the most. Then the fourth question is asking the common point of a tangent to a circle, and the circle is called, it's called point of contact, which is again given in your textbook, right? So, so this point will be called point of contact, this point will be called point of contact, all these points will be called point of contact. Okay, now we come to a question which is dealing with numerical. So we'll just draw this one and see how it is done. So it's actually telling you that there is a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle. So this is a point to be noted first, that the tangent is at a point of a circle. This point P is actually lying on the circle, all right, of radius 5 centimeter. Okay, those circles radius is 5 centimeter. It meets a line through the center O at a point Q. So there is a line which is passing through center O, and it is meeting at a point Q, and OQ is 12 centimeters, what is given. So length PQ is what we are supposed to find. So we can actually draw a circle and then see that how this picture will look like. So we can draw this. So let's try drawing a circle actually. The circle could be drawn like this. Now there is a circle which is drawn, and whatever information they had given, this start taking it down. So there was a point P at which there was a tangent which was drawn. So there was a tangent which was drawn like this at point P. So this is the point P which is lying on the circle. Then there is a line which is passing through O, which is going something like this. Oops. So there is a line which is going this way, passing through O. So we can have this line slightly shifted. So this is passing through the center O, and it is cutting this tangent at Q. Now we are supposed to find PQ, all right? So now we know a property. Just now what we learned is that if you are looking at this point and if you join it from the center, So what will happen is that this point to this point to this point, if I'm joining, this angle will become 90 degree, because if you're joining it from the center to the point of contact, then this angle will be 90 degree. Now what you see here is this is given to you, which is 5 centimeter is given to you, and then OQ is also given to you. This distance is also given to you. Now you can say this is a right angle triangle OPQ. So triangle OPQ is a right angle triangle. So in a right angle triangle, you can use Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem says that this is your hypotenuse actually, which is opposite to this. One of them could be a perpendicular and one of them will be base. So you can say that P square plus B square is actually equal to H square. So your P square is 5, you can put the value. Your B is what you're supposed to find, B square is you're trying to find out. Your H is actually 12 centimeters, so 12 square is what you're going to put. So this will become 144. 12 square will be 144, and 5 square will come this side, will become 25. When you subtract, this will come as 119, and when you find out B, it will become square root of 119. So 119 centimeter is what will be the length of PQ. So the length of PQ will be 119, square root of 119 centimeter. Alright. Now we are coming to the last question. It is saying, draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line such that one is a tangent and other a secant to the circle. We had just done it here, but let's do it again. So you can just draw a circle and then whatever has been asked, let's do it. So let's draw a smaller circle this time around. So there is a smaller circle we'll draw this time. So it's saying that draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line. So there is a line which is given. Somewhere there is a line which is there. So we have to draw a line. One line should be tangent and the other to the secant to the circle. So I mean, if you want to draw a line parallel to this, I'm just taking the copy of it. Instead of drawing it, then you got to draw it on your notebook. And then you can just take it this way, and then this will become one of them will be. So it is shifted parallel, it is parallel. Now you can take this again, and then this one will become a tangent. So this is the tangent, this is the secant, and this is actually given to any line. So draw a circle. So we drew a circle and two lines parallel to a given line. So two lines parallel to a given line. So there is a line, we can just draw a line parallel to this and do a line parallel to this, right? And then we again draw one with one. This is what is tangent to the circle. This is secant to the circle. So this is tangent. This is tangent. This is secant. Okay. So that is what it is. I think